G'day, everybody. Good day, everybody, and welcome to a really exciting quick overview of some of the new 2020 features. Good day, everybody, and welcome to a quick overview of all the new features that we've brought in for 2022 that really are going to help you differentiate yourself. Good day, everybody, and welcome to a great quick overview of some of the new features that are really going to make your event stand out, excite your audience, surprise and delight your partners. Good day, everybody, and welcome to a lovely quick overview. Good day, everybody, and this is a quick overview of some of the 2022 features that you're going to be seeing inside Venue that really going to make your event stand out, excite and surprise your audiences, and keep you ahead of your competitors. We've really had a huge focus on ROI and a call to action with partners. Good day, everybody, and welcome to a quick overview of some of the 2022 features that you are going to really be exposed. Good day, everybody. Good day, everybody, and welcome to a quick 5-minute overview. Good day, everybody, and welcome to a quick overview of some of the new features that we've brought out for 2022 that will really make your event stand out, excite and surprise your audiences, and keep you ahead of the competition. We really wanted a free... Good day, everybody, and welcome to a quick video of the 2022 features that we brought out in Venue, and really key elements. Welcome, everybody, and welcome to a quick video. Good day, everybody. It's me. Good day, everybody. My name is Mike. Good day, everybody. It's Mike from the Venue team. And I really wanted to take you through a quick video that really demonstrated. Good day, everybody. It is Mike from the Venue team. And I really wanted to spend some time taking you through. Good day, everybody. It's Mike from the Venue team. And I wanted to spend a couple of minutes taking you through some of the new features that we've brought out in 2022 that will really make your event stand out, excite and surprise your audiences, and keep you ahead of the competition. One of the big focuses for this year was really ROI and call to actions that we could create with partner engagement. And as a result, we realized that the entire process had to be Good day, everybody. It's Mike from the Venue team. And I really wanted to spend a couple of minutes taking you through some of the features that we've brought out in 2022 that are really going to make your event stand out, excite and surprise your audiences, and keep you ahead of the competition. And how we decided to do that was with two key ethoses. The one was a big focus in ROI and creating these call to actions and surprising and keeping the audience very heavily on the back foot. So it kept it very engaging. And the second part was bringing a far stronger human touch, to technology, to making this feel far more authentic, to make the human experience be far stronger. And we're going to be spending a couple of minutes just taking you through how we've done that. And the first area that I'd like to kick off is the new augmented reality that we have brought in from an invite, from inception. Good day, everybody. It's Mike from the Venue team. And I really want to spend a couple of minutes taking you through some of the... Good day, everybody. It's Mike from the Venue team. And I wanted to spend a couple of minutes taking you through some of the 2022 features that we have brought out to really make your event stand out, excite and surprise your audiences, keep you ahead of the competition, but to do so in such a way that has strong... Good day, everybody. It's Mike from the Venue team. I want to spend a couple of minutes taking you through some of the 2022 features that we have brought out that are really going to make your event stand out, help you engage your audiences and surprise and excite them, while making sure that you're ahead of the competition, doing new things, really interacting in different ways, and really interacting. Good day, everybody. It's Mike from the Venue team. I wanted to spend a couple of minutes taking you through some of the new features that we brought out for this year. Good day, everybody. It's Mike from the Venue team. I wanted to spend a couple of minutes taking you through some of the new features that we brought out for this year that are really going to make your event stand out, help you surprise and delight and excite your audiences. And good day, everybody. It's Mike from the Venue team. I want to spend a couple of minutes taking you through some of the new features we've brought out for this year that are really going to make your event stand out, excite and surprise your audiences, and really differentiate you from the competition in terms of how you're interacting, how you're engaging, and how you are creating a far more personalized experience in this high-tech technology world. One of our big focuses was how can we bring a human type experience to what has become quite a difficult interaction experience. Good day, everybody. It's Mike from the Venue team. And I wanted to spend a couple of minutes taking you through some of the new features that we've brought out for 2022 that really will help you engage your audiences and stand out. Good day, everybody. It's Mike from the Venue team. And I want to spend a couple of minutes taking you through some of the new features that we have brought out. Good day, everybody. It's Mike from the Venue team. And I'm really excited to show you some of the awesome new features that we brought out for Venue this. Good day, everybody. It's Mike from the Venue team. I want to spend a couple of minutes taking you through some of the awesome features that have been launched this year that are really going to help your event stand out, help you surprise and delight your audiences and really excite them, but also, more importantly, to really stand out from the competition in the way you're engaging your audiences, in the way you're creating excitement, in the way you're interacting with them. And as a result, we really focused on two key areas for this year. The one point was to be able to bring a far more human touch to technology. And the other part behind that was to Good day, everybody. It's Mike from the Venue team, and it's really awesome to be here to show you some of the new features that we've brought out for this year that are really going to make your event stand out, surprise and excite your audiences, and really make your overall experience be so different to what else is available on the market, really differentiating you in every key area. I think the first real difference is the strong focus that we brought to call to actions and how we bring those into the audience. And the other key area was a far more human touch to technology, things that we really wanted from the moment your audience clicked on or the moment they received that invite for this to feel very different. So no further ado, let me dive in and show you some of the cool new things that we brought out. The first area is augmented reality. And we wanted to create something that you could send out an invite, and from the moment the event kicks off, you could have this personalized welcome that is just more than an email, that makes it very clear that this is both a high technology event, but that you were going to be doing things a little bit differently here. And we've brought this augmented reality into both the invite, the actual event, and the post-event experience. So it's a nice new feature. It immediately makes the event stand out a little bit, but does so in a bit of a different way. This has been supplemented by 3 new venues that we have brought out. You'll see some of them on screen here. The first area over here is the new conference center that we have put together to give you a far bigger conference. When you're looking for something that's a strong conference feel, this is very cutting edge, very different. Some lovely new textures inside there, but the conference venue was venue 1. The second is our open air venue. And this over here was just for the type of events where you wanted people to really move from center to center or room to room or breakout to breakout. And you could bring a little bit more nature elements in. You could bring a little bit more outdoors elements in. So we're quite excited about this venue. And the last area is our new beautiful hotel venue. And this was really designed for intimate or very formal functions. The next area we wanted to demonstrate is some of the new features that we brought to the auditorium. And the whole idea is that everything within the platform now is completely The next area was really ensuring that the next area we focused on was how we could make each The next area we focused on is how we could evolve the actual auditorium or the next area that became a key focus of ours. The next area that became a key focus of ours is how we could evolve content delivery and how the actual auditorium, the video, the interactions around these screens could really be approached in a formal. The next area that became a key focal area of ours. The next area that became a key focal point of ours is how we could evolve the auditorium and content delivery experience. The whole purpose of this over here was to be able to take a general screen and allow it to be able to dynamically adapt based on what was taking place on screen. So as an example, you can see the normal auditorium video feed. You can see the live chat on the side with some of our interaction areas that you're quite familiar with. But more importantly, at any point, something could pop up on screen like this over here. Maybe it's a limited time call to action with a 4-minute countdown, some product information, and a bit of gamification. Maybe it's a strong call to action. But the whole idea is that everything in the auditorium, within your breakouts, could evolve from games appearing to products appearing to limited time offers, call to actions. The next area that became a key focal point of ours is how we could evolve content delivery. And the whole idea was that we wanted every aspect of the platform to be able to dynamically change literally before the audience's eyes. As you can see over here, we've quickly launched a limited time offer deal while they are listening to the content without redirecting them anywhere. An immediate product information, a bit of gamification, a little countdown clock suddenly appears with a strong call to action. And this can be applied to any aspect of any room. You could have new speakers profiles suddenly pop up on the top banner. You could have who's coming up next. You could have call to actions, product deliveries, games, limited time offers, all appearing on screen in this ever evolving page. In this ever evolving page, really making the actual auditorium or content delivery experience very dynamic. The next feature on our list is our big unveil feature. And the whole purpose of this feature was to create dynamic content delivery so that the audience never knows what's going to be taking place. Our next new feature is our big unveil feature. And the whole purpose behind this is to make sure that we could deliver content beyond just the video and the engagement area, but that the entire page could literally evolve before the audience's eyes. As you can see over here, a limited time offer has suddenly appeared on screen. There's product information, maybe some gamification, maybe a strong call to action. But you can literally take the page and have certain aspects dynamically evolve before the audience's eyes. The big next feature is our unveil feature. And the whole idea behind this is that the auditorium or the content delivery could literally evolve in front of the audience. At any point, content can appear, from games to games with product information, to limited time offerings, to a call to action. Maybe your next speaker, your next topic coming up. But the whole aspect over here was that we really want to create a focus that it is more than just video content and the interaction area, but that the whole page itself could evolve. This led to a new focus on the gamification. Because of the emphasis of how that could suddenly appear, we took some of the trusted old interactions like this quiz over here, and not only now can, when you're having a product quiz with key information, you can now not just see what people get right or wrong, but you can deliver content on top of that. If we go to something like the memory game, as soon as not only can your as a result of our new unveil feature, we really wanted to emphasize some of the gamification far stronger. And we wanted to put far bigger focus on return on investment, on getting your product, your brand message, and the intrinsic values about certain messages up on screen more effectively. So this led to The new unveiled feature brought The new unveiled feature created a far bigger emphasis then on what is taking place in terms of our content delivery. The new unveiled feature had us focus far more heavily then on the gamification and how could we deliver better brand messaging, better interaction with your partners, their products, their brands, their messages in a more succinct manner. As a result, we went into our games like this quiz game over here. And not only could you now watch video in there, there's an immediate right or wrong answer with a message if you get it wrong, showing why you got that feature wrong or where you went wrong in that particular. The unveil feature made us had to focus. Our unveil feature made us want to focus more heavily again on our gamification. Our unveil feature created a more. Our unveil feature. With our new unveil feature, we wanted to focus again on the gamification components and how we could create a stronger interaction with your partner's brand, their products, their key messages. So we went into things like the quiz and we said, great, let's add video into the quiz functionality. Let's add immediate right and wrong answers and what the audience puts. The new unveil feature The new unveil feature created a secondary effect. We really wanted to focus on our gamification and how we could put your partner's brand and product and key message forward. The new gamification, the new unveil feature. When did I? The new game. So with the arrival of the new unveil feature, we wanted to relook our gamification to see how we could create a stronger relationship between the brand, the product, the key message, and the audience. So we've brought in a range of new. So the new unveil feature had us relook our gamification and how could we create a stronger relationship. So the new unveil feature had a secondary result. So the new unveil feature created a ripple effect throughout. So the new unveil feature emphasized the gamification a lot more. And we realized that we had to go back to the drawing board and really create a way for products and brands and key messages to be delivered more succinctly. So we went to each of our games and we just relooked how we could enhance them. The first thing, we added video to the quiz functionality. We added an immediate right or wrong answer with an overall audience poll. We created the ability, if someone gets it wrong, to correct and further their knowledge in the exact moment. We then went to our memory game and we said, let's not just let people try find correlating and matching points, but if they get it right, let's immediately create a call to action, a little bit of product information, something they could click through on that takes the brand and product and really puts it at the forefront of what the consumer is engaging with. The next was creating a more product orientated or personality quiz for products. The idea over here was that by giving a couple of questions to your audience, that would immediately result in a perfect product being offered. Next was the scratch card. The memory game needed a bit of an overhaul. If you got a matching tile or matching answer correct, it immediately pops up a bit of product knowledge that you can embed a call to action with. We then went and created a new game, a full product quiz. By answering a couple of questions, the audience in the now our memory game, we decided to add a feature that if the we enhanced our memory game with a new component that if the audience member gets the corresponding tile correct, immediate product modal pops up with a call to action and additional product information. We created a product quiz. By answering a couple of quick questions, we could immediately recommend the best product for the audience member given a certain set of scenarios. A scratch card that works hand in hand with the badges module. We've got a new scratch card feature to create a lucky draw amongst the audience. Some old classic games like Tetris, Pac-Man that can be completely customized. A new scratch card lucky draw feature. Some old classic games like Tetris and Pac-Man that can be completely customized with different products, different brands, and different assets. Lastly, the ability to join multiple actions together with an overarching rewards mechanism. And lastly, the ability to string together multiple actions, all tied together with a points mechanism that can have audience. And lastly, a multi-action And lastly, the ability to create an overarching point system where and lastly, the ability to create an overarching point mechanism whereby the audience, and lastly, the ability to create an overarching point mechanism where the audience can go through performing certain actions in a certain order to gain overall points that they. And lastly, a dynamic path action. And lastly, the ability for your audience to earn points as they go through certain actions, either watching a video, interacting, following a call to action, all of these adding points to a collective bucket that would make them eligible to win certain prizes. As you can see, a lot of fun. These are just some of the features that we have brought into Venue to really create stronger forms of engagement. And these are just some of the features that we've brought into Venue to create some. And these are just some of the features. And these are just some of the forms of gamification and engagement that we brought into. And these are just some of the features and engagement and interactions that we have brought into the Venue. And these are only a few of the engagement and interaction features that we have brought into the platform. Now moving on to our new camera technology to give you a full demonstration on how. And these are just a few of the engagement and interaction features that we have brought into the platform. Next up is our studio. And these are just a few of the features that we have brought into the platform to really engage and create interaction with the audience. Next up is our new video technology. So one of the other areas we really wanted to focus on for 2022 was being able to get the most out of camera work, where we can create these virtual studios that allowed you to create a different type of hybrid event that didn't always have you relying on having a full stage and a full AV crew, but really bringing the same type of feel to your online meetings. All it requires is a green screen. So by simply putting out this green screen, you can immediately see I'm in the virtual studio. And let me show you a little bit of what can be achieved. Alex, over to you. Candace, thanks for jumping into studio with us today.
Thank you for having me.
The whole idea over here, I wanted to really demonstrate to everybody how we can create these interview experiences, how we can have you popping up to our virtual studio, how we can have your name tag and the actual video and animations and stings and products appearing alongside us in the TV, and how it can feel so real and so conversational. So what is your experience of this been?
I think it's really easy to get in. You click, you enter. I think it's very exciting how we can have this conversational type of interview, and I think there's a lot of potential.
Great. Thank you very much. Alex, close us off and let's move on to the next chapter. And that's a wrap. Really nicely done. And now diving into the last final elements. And lastly, the studio. The studio has really evolved, not just the video capabilities that we just demonstrated, but applying those video capabilities to stock standard requirements. As an example, like an award ceremony. As you can see over here, we can now create these incredible virtual stages. We can have topics and awards literally appearing for the audience as So you can see how this immediately can apply to incredible award ceremonies, big virtual stages, topics literally appearing on screen as the specific awards are coming up. And these are just some of the areas that we use the camera work and the virtual studio to leverage what people understand about a hybrid event. So you can imagine how these can now be applied to award ceremonies where you might have a virtual stage with topics appearing and different awards flying across screen. You can imagine how applying this to something like an award ceremony can really create this incredible virtual stage, can have your topics appearing on screen, can have awards and interactions happening all around you. And it lends itself heavily to hybrid events as well. Instead of just building, yes, we can work very clearly with you building your own set, but on the other hand, you can actually create these virtual studios that might lend itself to a more geographically dispersed speakers or awards or people popping on stage. Last couple of closing points, we can now have 15 seats inside our studio, so a far bigger lineup that you're not having to worry and manage your seats. We have got dual PowerPoint control. The ability for both your keynote speaker and our studio to control the same PowerPoint. So a couple of closing points on the actual studio experience itself. You've got the ability to have 15 seats now in studio. So you can have a far bigger speaker lineup. You don't have to worry about your speakers arriving or having to leave. You have dual PowerPoint control. So both your keynote speaker can control their PowerPoint and can studio. And it just makes it a far easier experience for your speakers. We've got full virtual backgrounds, as you have seen, the ability not only to use green screens, but to have virtual backgrounds applied to your camera as well. And lastly, our hybrid capabilities. We have literally worked with hybrid teams all over the world, and we can not only work with, and lastly, our hybrid capabilities. We can work with either your local AV teams where they build a stage and we can work closely with them to deliver a hybrid function, or a virtual hybrid experience like you've seen or a virtual hybrid experience like we have taken you through, or a virtual hybrid experience that we have taken you through. We have new camera angles that can be applied. We've brought in a range of new camera angles where we can now actually apply the speaker not just alongside their PowerPoint, but over their PowerPoint as well to really put emphasis on busier pages. And lastly, hybrid events where we can really, hybrid events where we work with your local AV teams either virtually or for an actual event. And lastly, hybrid events, where we work with your local AV team to make your event through. And lastly, our hybrid event experience, where we either work with your local AV team or we can run it virtually for you. And lastly, the hybrid event experience, we've literally got and lastly, our hybrid event capabilities. We've got a lot of experience. We've hosted hybrid events all over the world, and this is a key area. We can either work with your local AV teams or help guide you on the process to either have a hybrid event or a fully virtual stage hybrid event. That's all for now. Looking forward to seeing you guys. That's all for now, and we look forward to a follow-up with each of you as we unpack. And that's all for now. We look forward to working with each of you and really using these new features to get the best out of the platform.